houses that are empty, Airbnbers are living there. But if I get a DV lottery winner who needs hosting, I'll kick those people out, and then I'll put a DV lottery winner, because now you're changing a life. It's not, sometimes it's not all about money.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as I can't host like people with families with kids, I feel bad. And that's where you come in, because you can host for families, right?
Even I don't know what this hosting is all about. What is it? She's trying to help our very young people. The mission here was to make their transition comfortable and fast. Like you in America, why keep them in your house for 3 months with no progress at all?
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. Oh.
Hello everybody, and welcome. Let me know where you're watching from, and let me know if you can hear me. Rundi, can you hear me? Okay, what about Millie? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so today we're doing a live, and then also I'm going to talk about green card lottery application in the beginning. I'm going to talk about adjusting to life in the United States, and then that's where Rumbi comes in. And then we'll talk about hosting, and that's where Millie comes in. So we'll have, I know there's new people who've not met these people on the screen yet. My name is Nafula. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And also the other two have YouTube channels. They'll give you the link so that you can subscribe. Thanks for your support. Thanks for everything. So we'll begin by them introducing themselves. All right, so we'll bring Millie. Millie, tell us about yourself as well.
Hi everyone. Once again, my name is Millie Segal, commonly known as Millie and Chris in our channel, and I'm happy to be here. So I'm looking forward to have a good one today.
Yeah, so she has exciting stuff about hosting. So if you applied for the green card lottery and you know you're gonna win, because we're gonna win, right? So she's your hookup. So we'll talk about hosting later in the channel. So I host single people, but I do not host families. Like if you have kids and whatever. So this is how, this is why how the next guest is gonna come into the mix. Because in my program I advertise, I'm like, if you need hosting, apply. And I'm getting a lot of families apply, and I cannot host them. But as much as I cannot host them, I've been working undercover to make sure, like, you know what, at least you guys get somewhere you can go, like if you win and you have a family, right? So I advertise on my channel. I'm like, if you want to host somebody, please contact Nafula on my email, on whatever, if you want to host, if you're in America. And that's how this next guest found me. So let's bring her here. Let me try. Hey there.
Hey.
Okay, so this is Millie. So let's begin. How did you find me? Let's start there.
Through YouTube. Randomly, I was just doing my normal, just watching videos and all that. So that's how I got to know you. Because I think one of your videos, in my channel, I do a lot of houses and all that. So there's a video you did about buying a house through YouTube or something.
Yep.
So I think YouTube arithmetic must have bring you in because it was talking about you buying a house.
Okay.
And most of my content is about houses and all that. I think that's how they ended up bringing you into my suggestion kind of thing. Because I watch a lot of houses and all that. So when I saw that, and I was like, Nafula sounds like a Kenyan name, also a Luyan name.
Village name, right?
And I was like, wait a minute, let me see this one who bought a house through Facebook. I think that's what attracted me, how you entitled the title of your content, something like that. And then it was all about houses, and my interest is in houses. Mostly, I love houses. I think
I love houses too. I'll buy a house before I buy a car.
Yeah, anything with houses, I go in full.
I'm crazy about houses too as well.
That's how you were suggested to all that I watch, and I was like, the Nafula name and all that must be Kenyan, and she bought a house. I think there was a title. If you remember that video, it was something you bought.
Yeah, I did a while ago. Maybe I might post for the new people to watch it, but I did it a while ago. And I bought a house in New York because, like, I see you heard my story about, like, I was in a Kenyan women group in America or something like that. And I posted about people helping host people. And for some reason, I was kicked out of the group because I posted about having people sign up to host other people. And I felt so bad. I'm like, why will somebody do that? I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to buy a whole house. So I bought a house, and that's not the only house I have. I have a couple others. So all these DV lottery winners who are gonna win or whatever. Don't worry about that, because depending on a second party to get hosting, you get disappointed, because I had people signing up and I don't have people, like I don't have a place to host them, right? I'm like, why not? I'll just get my own house and host these people in peace, so I can control. I'll be like one person per room. Maybe if they hosted them, they'd be like, we need 3 people per room. But then now, because it's my property, I get to choose what I do, right? So it was a blessing in disguise. I thank them for kicking me out of the group, because they've propelled me to get to where I am right now. So what inspired you to want to host?
I think after I watched that video and I went all the way to how you were going and showing and talking why you did that, I reached a place where you've already explained how there was a group of Kenyan people who you were trying to help, because you're trying to make our own very people transition well here in America. And there comes a group of people who were just not for it, and they were coming for you so hard. They had to kind of, I think you said they even removed you from the group and all that.
Yeah, they removed me from the group. And then like I had, when I started my YouTube channel, I started like last year. I've not been around for a while. So I started last year, maybe in September, when the green card lottery was starting. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody I talked to back home, they're like, oh, how do you apply for the green card? How do you apply? And I helped my friends apply and they won. And I'm like, why don't I share this information with everybody? So I uploaded a video of saying, you know what? This is how you apply for the green card lottery. And I was surprised, like even my Kenyan people were coming for me. Stop lying to people. Whatever green card, I'm like, they know it says green card lottery. They know it's luck, right? But they want to get all this information. And I didn't give up. And the good thing about me, like if you attack me, I attack you back. Like I don't care about reputation, reputation we'll figure out later. So I attacked them back and they stopped. So when they stopped, then look at where we are. We have all these houses and we have you. I get a chance to meet you.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So where are you going to be hosting? What city? And just tell us a little bit about the hosting. Like, where are you going to be doing that?
So let me just go with after I got to know what you're doing, I had no idea what this hosting is all about, because I had to now listen to you more to understand it, because the type of visa that I came with is a very different kind of a visa. And I had to now try to dig in and find, how does this hosting come about? Is it anybody or what? So I got to know that you're hosting specifically the DV lottery winners and all that. So after listening and checking so much about how it goes, I think the very video that I watched from you is everything, because that's how I got that strong will to help. Because I was like, wait a minute, I think my sister here, she's trying to help our very own people, and some of our people here in the US are trying to come for her. So that's kind of got my attention. And I was like, I'm not that kind of a person. I'm going to help her, or I'm going to join her, or I'm going to do whatever to just do this with her, because all she was asking is for people who can host. And they came for her.
That. It really means a lot. I know you don't get paid. We'll get paid in heaven. But then for right now that we're on earth, do whatever you can. And I'm so thankful that you actually watched that and decided to be a host. Because I cannot host parties.
You did that. I can tell you that. So, because of what you went through, if you didn't go through that, then I could not even have bothered. I could have just watched it like any other video. But God intended for you to go through that so that I can see it. And I'm not just saying, because I've watched many other videos, but my question was, why this one is it getting me that strong will to come in? And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not ready even. I don't know what this hosting is all about. What is it? She's trying to help our very young people.
I know when you reached out on me on Instagram, and I have a lot of messages on Instagram. So like literally either my assistant is doing them, but sometimes, when I have 2 accounts, I have to check. So I saw you and I'm like, who is this? But then I'm like, let me respond. And then you call me and then we connected and then we are on the same page. I'm like, okay, she wants to help. I know. And people are like, oh, you have these houses, you're making money out of DV lottery winners or whatever. I'm a Airbnb host. Like I'm a certified Airbnb host for like 4 years. So I can easily put all this room on Airbnb and make twice the amount of money. So I'm not doing this because like I can't get anybody to stay in there. Actually, the other houses that are empty, Airbnbers are living there. But if I get a DV lottery winner who needs hosting, I'll kick those people out. And then I'll put a DV lottery winner, because now you're changing a life. It's not, sometimes it's not all about money.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as I can't host like people with families with kids, I feel bad. And that's where you come in, because you can host for families, right?
Not really families, because you see, I'm still very new in this, and I'm asking you a million questions, and you're there to
Yeah.
kind of give me an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I grabbed this idea, I was like, okay, the much I can do as a family, because you told me you're going for singles. I wanted to do singles, but I was like, you're already doing it. So I can take couples, but not with kids.
Not with kids. What about couples with like a kid who's like not a kid, like 12-year-old who can be alone in the house?
Yeah, because that's my issue there. You see, America is different from my people back home. When it comes to kids, it's a whole ball game. And I don't want to take those responsibilities.
Especially when they get hurt in your house. That's why I don't host people with kids. They get hurt, they
It's
get
a whole ball game.
sick, you know? And you know, to get insurance in America, you have to be working. So you get employers insurance, because as DV lottery winners, you don't qualify for Medicaid. I don't know why people just say stuff like, you don't qualify for Medicaid under the DV lottery winning. Is different. Unless you're 55 or over or something, you have medical issues and it's an emergency and you go to the ED, they'll pay for it. Otherwise, you'll get a bill. So you have to work. So if you come with a family, just understand you have to get a job. Once you get this job will have insurance. That's why I get all the DV lottery winners a job with benefits. So they have health insurance in case they need to go to the hospital. They have they'll go just with the card and they'll be like, okay, we'll see you. So that's important that you have health insurance, especially with kids. That's why I don't host them. And I completely understand where you're coming from. Like, even if you can just host a couple and then they come here, they get a job and they bring their kids if they want to bring their kids.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking, because I'm like, I know as much we love babies, but America is so different when it comes to kids. If you come from Africa, it's so hard to understand. You'd be like, why don't you like kids? It's not about liking kids. It's like it's different here. So just to make you transition well, you can look for a way. If you really need it, you can just look for a way and bring them over, like my sister's already said it. That's what I was gonna say. So I can take couples. I can take a couple.
Couples, but no kids, right? They can bring the kids later.
For now, yes. Until God gives me more ways out. For now, because I'm still new in this, yes, I will say yes to that.
And then just to clarify, you have apartments where they'll stay in their own apartments. So it's not like they'll be like in a room with 20 different people, correct?
So what I'm saying, okay, those are different. They're apartments, but they're kind of different. There's that one which, depending, because it's we are still in this. Like, we've not put our 2 feet in. We are as new as you can know. So if it's a couple, and most of my apartments are 2-bedroom houses. Like 2-bedroom apartments. Sorry, did I say houses? 2-bedroom. So if it's a couple and they're 2-bedroom, they will have a common bathroom, not a common bathroom, a common kitchen, and a common living room, a common laundry. But they have 1 bedroom is for this couple and another bedroom is for this.
Yeah, that's okay. That's completely fine.
How I want to do it.
They have their own privacy, but then they can share like a kitchen or whatever. That's completely fine.
That's how I do it.
Yeah. So because if they rent the whole apartment, they won't be able to afford it. And I try to make it so that it's affordable for everybody. So if you have somebody with 2-bedroom house, if you're coming from Africa, definitely they cannot afford that, which is good. Let them share. That way they're splitting the cost. So that way you're still getting whatever you're getting in the apartment, but you're still helping them. And then how are the job opportunities over there?
Oh, it's so easy. Like Rumbi, by the way, Rumbi, if she's still listening, congratulations. You've already had it from her. Jobs here is not even something to, it's not something that if it's Africa, but I know many people they win this from all over the world. But if you come from Africa, job is just a big thing. But here, it's just so easy, especially, it doesn't matter the state, but in my state here where I am, Iowa, it's an easy thing. In fact, when they know you come from Africa and all these other countries, like if you're coming from, what do we call it, Mexicans, Spanish.
They know you're hardworking because you're
here.
They know
you're hardworking. They want you. But we still have very strong job ethics. I'm not saying Americans don't. Please, my American people, don't come for me. I'm just saying that it's something that you will not struggle, honey. When you're here, job is so easy. Once you have everything, we will get you going.
And you'll help them resettle, get their social, get their ID, get a job. You'll help them through the process.
And that's what God wants me to do, because you see, at the end of the day, it's not about just that. If I change my whole if God just changed my whole mindset, it's about helping these people transition well without a struggle. I've heard you say that, yes, they can live with relatives and relatives just feed them, but they don't tell them what they're needing to do. So my intention here was to make their transition comfortable and fast. Like you said, they have a dream to come America. Why keep them in your house for 3 months with no progress at all? So my intention was just to make them know what to do once they land here, once they have settled in, like what you need to do, where you go, like a job and everything. Of course, I'm learning from you. I've not done it. So I'm learning from you. How you do it is what I want to borrow that kind of.
Yeah, you'll do it as long as me to get me. Oh, excuse me. If you are ready to help people.
That's
because
it.
I know I've been helped to where I am. I wouldn't be here without anybody's, I didn't do it on my own. I'm not team solo. Like I had people help me. So if you want to get my attention, just tell me you're going to help somebody. I'm in 100%. And that's what you stand for. That's why I was like, yeah, she talks about stuff that I stand for. And I know like you're doing it out of a clean heart. You're not doing it out of like, oh, bring those people. We stack them 8 people in a room like potatoes because you want to make money. That's selfishness. Like, don't stack adults. Everybody who won the green card lottery, at least from Africa, they're 18 or over. Don't put adults in like, it's like you're living in a slum in America. That's unacceptable, So here you're not going to share a room. That's one thing. If you want to be part of hosting, Nafula hosting, not 2 people in a room. A room has to have somebody. I mean, one person, it has to have a closet. They have to have their own TV. They have to have their own privacy. They can share a bathroom. That's fine. We shared bathrooms back home. We're fine. But for a room, unless you're married, 2 of you are married, there's no sharing a room.
True.
So what else can you say? So you said you're in Iowa, right?
Yeah. And before you go there, Nafula, just to make this kind of something that I can, that's where my heart is still heavy of who you are and what you've done. And I've heard you saying something there that is making a lot of sense. Many people don't understand. They think it's business. It's not business. You can have people come here with their money, pay whatever they want, and they get stuck and they get frustrated and they go back home after 1 year. And what you're doing and what maybe people who are doing, they've helped people to embrace the change, fit into the culture, and end up loving America, and they're here to achieve their dreams. Exactly. So people can come here and they were doing well back home, but they come here with all the money and it just goes back to zero because nobody was there. Nobody was there to make them see this reality. So I'm just kind of trying to pump in. If you're listening to this, whoever is listening to this, know it's with a clean heart. Nafula, Charlene, still we haven't met face to face, but the heart she has and what I've gotten from her, because I'm that kind of a person, is out to help. If anybody want to say that it's business, we are not the type of people to do that. We can go and do it the other way if we want to. But we have already said it. It's out to make sure our people, not just our people, anybody who deserves this. And if you know you're okay and you have your way out, okay, don't reach out. But if you know that you really need this, come. That's why God has given us this. And it's all for the glory of God. So we are doing this because God has put it in our heart to kind of help our people fit in and just embrace America, because it's not easy to start. You can think you're okay until you land here and you're like, okay, what did they say about America? And you get all thrown off. So that is what I wanted to say today above everything. Transition is not easy. Starting a life is not easy. As much as you might think you're prepared, it is not. You are not prepared enough to start until you have somebody who can hold you and show you, hey, this is where you're doing this. This is how we do this. And this is how you can fit in. And that's what I've gotten from watching her channel. And you can see those short clips of 2 minutes, 3 minutes of her just smiling, making those. Hey, let me tell you something. When I saw the smile of these people, I watched those 2 minutes, 3 minutes clips, and you see those people smiling. That is everything.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
That is everything. The joy that they get is genuine because they found somebody who is holding them up. You can come here with $1,000. You can come here with $10,000, but you can be so stranded until you take a flight back home.
Exactly.
But if you have somebody, but if you have somebody who with that $50 or $100, but you have somebody who is there telling you this is the grocery, save this. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry to go in. Let me tell you something. Immediately I met you and did that video where I just brought you in without telling you. I shared it into the Iowa group. And the one that I said, it's a God thing to host. Do you know how many stories I've heard of people who are already here and how they struggle to get where they are?
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
So many sad stories, and that's why I'm like, God bless her. God bless her. God bless her. And I pray it for you.
That's why we do this, because other people are doing it, and there are people who are there for money. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's true.
Hosting,
It's
for
true.
money. Like strictly, they don't care about your feelings.
They don't care.
They don't care about what you need. They don't care. Us, like when the DV lotteries people, the ones who are living at the locations, they are together as family. If somebody needs something, go get it. And a lot of people arrive in the US. You can't imagine how many people arrive in the US and they go in depression. A lot. People are on medication here. And why is that? Because here, it's not like we don't live a communal life. Like you don't know who your neighbor is. So if you're living in a house and nobody's talking to you, you don't have the social interaction. And that's an important part, especially if you're from Africa. If somebody takes you and puts you in a house by yourself and you don't know anybody, depression is gonna hit you. I'm gonna like
very fast. Because
it's a lonely country. Here, the mental health in this country, people are just like stressed. They're walking around stressed. They've been working 3 different jobs, 4 different jobs. They're tired and stressed. So just when you come home and you see maybe Geoffrey across the room, you're like, hey, Geoffrey, how was work today? Just that little interaction makes a huge difference. That people don't. You can come with your money. Like you can have money and rent your whole apartment and furnish it. But if you don't have people there in this America, the way it is cold, at this time it's freezing.
Oh, man.
It's not freezing yet, but it's going to freeze. And then you're there alone in the house. My friend, you'll start seeing things. So that's why, like, the social interaction is important. So when they, they come to you or they come to me, at least I'm like somebody, a contact.
Yes. And they know there's somebody I can. Yeah, exactly. And the idea just knowing, in case of anything, there's that peace of mind of knowing I have this person who, no matter what, I can run to anytime and she's there. Yeah. So that peace of mind already is hope. It's giving them hope. Like they have that hope to know that I'm going to make it in this country. And that alone is everything. Depression will not even kick in. Like I'm going to make it. If I'm stuck,
family here.
Yeah. And if I'm stuck, I have Nafula, I'm going to call. If I'm stuck, I have Millie, I'm going to call. So that gives them hope to go on and do more, So I've had so many stories, and just bumping to you and getting to open my mind is all I wanted to say today. If nothing else, guys, if you're watching this, there are people who are genuinely here to just make it happen. And if you can't do anything, and just don't make it look bad. Don't come for anybody because you want to make it look bad. My sister's gone through all that because of people who just Kenyans here, and by them, you don't be shocked if those Kenyans, they went through hell to just settle. Maybe they have that bitterness, or I made it through hell, so why am I hosting? If you went through hell, then make it better for another person.
Exactly.
Because God blesses us to be a blessing. And what you went through, you can give somebody else a smile and say, if I went through that, then I'm not going to let my brother go through it. I'm going to be here to just be used to make it better because what I went through was bad. So they might be doing it because they had it so bad when they came in, and they're like, let them do it. Because even me, I did it. But here, we are just trying to say we've been blessed and we want to be a blessing. God blesses us to be a blessing.
We have like 6 rooms in the house. Like, why do I'm like, Rumi lives in one. Like, I'm not just like, if you start helping people, God will bless you.
Amen. Yes, exactly.
I'm like, before getting a house, maybe I had like apartments already. I had like property for Airbnb, I know. But getting houses had been easier for me since I started hosting people. I'm like, something opened somewhere in the heavens or something. So sometimes you have somebody who's desperate, and every time they go to bed, they're like, oh, may God bless Nafula. She helped me do this, That's all you need to actually make a breakthrough. People will be complaining about taxes. I'm like, what taxes? Taxes, New York? What taxes? Because you know what? God has you, everything you all figured out that you don't feel the pinch. But if you have little and you're just holding, you just in your pocket, you'll just stay with that little, right?
Even the time, I'll tell you, time, it doesn't mean that we weren't busy when we were in Africa, but time here is so precious. You even try to get time even for your own family. And when you come in, we create time for you, take you for grocery, do all that, pick you from the airport. Honey, that is more than everything.
Yeah, people charge for that.
That is more than everything, because we've had occasions
for that. Like even to host you, they'll charge you for DS to 60, they'll charge you for their address, they'll charge you to pick up from the airport, they'll charge you to find your job, they'll charge you by the time you finish, you're like 2,000 in before you even get settled in. If somebody is going out of their way and doing it, and the reason why I do it so that you can help other people. So if I have like now, I'm gonna be up to 9 people. So if I have these 9 people, if they host another 9 people, how many people are here? And then those 9 people now, 18, you host more, 18 people, then people won't have hosting. Hosting shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't be a problem.
People in America, like hosting should not, nobody should be like, okay, I want a green card. I have money to process my visa, but I don't have a place to go. That shouldn't be an issue.
It shouldn't.
To be honest with you. It's
I
for us
pray.
to change the narrative, you know.
Yes. And I pray that many people who are Kenyans or whoever Africans living and watching this video, kindly open your homes. If you're already here and you feel it's in you, you'll be blessed. Not just your home. If you can even, getting an apartment, even if it's not your home, they will not, even if you come here with, let me say, you have money to get an apartment, approval for that apartment is not easy if you're
You
a new
can,
person.
because they need to run your credit,
They
especially
have
here
to
in
know
New York.
who you are
They
first.
have to run your credit. They have to
Yeah.
run like your work history. So you don't have
Yeah.
any work
So-
history. You don't have any taxes that you filed. So you
Yeah.
don't have any credit. So how are
Yeah.
you going to get an apartment? You can't. So you need somewhere for at least a year
Yeah.
until you can get your own, comfortably get your own apartment.
Yes. So it doesn't matter if you have the money or not. There are people God is just putting here for the sake of just helping and just loving on you and making life easy for you. So if you embrace this, reach out. If you know it's gonna be trouble, just stay away.
Yeah.
Those are the two
If you are out there, you want the DV lottery or whatever, do not. I have a website, nafulaconnect.com. You can go there and apply for hosting.
Yeah.
And if we have a place, we'll host you. Like, we won't let your visa expire because you don't have hosting. So we don't care. I'm hosting, like, the person coming next day is from Fiji. I have another one from Sri Lanka. I don't even know where that is.
Who
You
they
know?
are. Yeah.
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 So I don't discriminate, like you have to be from Kenya, from Africa. You
Yeah.
need hosting. You don't have anybody to host you. You have your visa. We'll host you. We'll find somebody to take you in.
Amen. And that's what I like, because you see how when it comes from the heart, you can hear how it just flows. Because when it's genuine, you will get it. When it's genuine and it's not created just for the sake, you will get it. If you know what I mean. I don't know how else to explain. And it's genuine. I stopped what I was doing as a business person to do this because somebody was genuine. You get it? I was inspired by Nafula because she appeared to be genuine to me. We've not met physically.
Yeah.
But Millie, I can tell you.
It's amazing that we haven't met and we just talk all the time like we've known each other for years.
Yeah, and some people even had to be, when I posted on my Facebook, some people, Millie, you want to do this? I've had so many stories about hosting.
Yeah, that's not. I know. And you know, like, even the people I'm hosting, to be honest with you, like, when I do this, I know there'll be a bunch of outliers. Like, there'll be people who are just going to act crazy, you know, because when you host people, I don't expect all these people to be good. You're going to get people come with different personalities. You get people who's pretending to be good because they want to be hosted, you know?
Yeah.
So I understand that. I'm not expecting, like, everybody I'm hosting is going to be good and help other people. But if I just get one person, just one, who's going to host somebody else, for me, that is satisfaction. I feel like I achieved my goal, you know? That's what we want, like Africans helping other African people. Yeah,
because I'll give you an example. Somebody in Seattle just called me the other day. I've not told you that. He came here with 800,000 Kenyan shillings. I'm Kenyan. Nafula is Kenyan. So I don't know if you put it in dollars, that's like $7,000 US dollars, something like that. And they were hosted by a friend or a relative. The relative ended up making them paying their own bills until they went back to zero. Because I posted it into the Iowa group and somebody had to just call me and tell me that. God bless you, my sister, if you're doing that. I landed in this country with 800,000 Kenyan shillings and somebody used it took advantage of it because they knew I had money and left me to the streets. A stranger had to come and pick me. People have gone through hell. So I don't know how else to put this out there, but guys.
Yeah, who needs hosting? If you need hosting, just apply, you know. What's gonna happen? Just apply if you need hosting. Especially if you're from Africa, like, we'll take care of you because we want to build back Africa. You can't build, we are very few here. We can't build, like me and Millie, we can't build the whole village in Western Province. We need more people, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't host more people, we wouldn't get more people here. So we are doing it so that our people back home will also benefit. I want you to come here and go build a nice house. So when I have my house there, there's yours that's also nice, not just mine that's looking good and everybody else around me is poor, you know?
And help
so that's
others
what we want to do.
And they should be a
it's going to trickle down all the way to the villages.
Yeah, thank you again. But your question, to go back to your question, I'm in Iowa, Burlington, Iowa. It's a city. Burlington is a city, like you see, I don't know how to say. We are in between, we are at the border of Illinois. We are in the Midwest. The Midwest also is very cold. I've heard you saying New York is cold. The Midwest is also very cold because I'm three hours drive from Chicago. So that is the easiest way to show you where I am. 3 hours drive from Chicago. The Quad Cities or Kansas City is like 4 hours drive from where I am. Missouri, if you know Missouri, is like 4.5 hours from here. So I'm giving you a picture of where I am. So I'm in Iowa, but I'm surrounded with all this big city. I know Burlington, Iowa is not really famous, but I'm giving you a picture. So, but Chicago is well known, or if not Chicago, I can say Springfield, Illinois is like an hour and a half drive from here. I know Springfield, people know it.
And you know, like wherever you are, if like
Yeah.
even if you're in the bushes, I don't care. As long as somebody's gonna land there, you get them
Yeah.
a job, you get them
Yeah.
up and moving. If they don't like the city or whatever, they'll just move
You can
somewhere else.
relocate, yeah.
You can relocate. US is a land of like once you have your permanent residence, you can move anywhere.
Get your wings and fly. We'd be happy to see you fly to a place you're comfortable.
Exactly. I'll be happy like when I see somebody driving a better car than I do or living in a better house and I hosted them. That's a proud moment, not a jealous moment. You know?
Exactly. It's so satisfying. So what I'm saying is the location, that's what you asked. I mean, I would.
So in case anybody is interested in hosting, if you're a couple, then she'll be so much. You can reach out to me. You can apply through my website. I'll connect you to her, and then we'll go from there. Thank you so much for being here.
And we are open to singles too, but I just took couples because I realized you don't do that.
Yeah, even singles. Yeah, I know. Like the DV lottery, like 2024, they've started just the interviews in October. So as the days, I have more people I have to reach out. I've been busy, but I'll reach out to more people. So we'll have a lot of people to host. But then if we get more people, these people that we are hosting, they'll have to move out, get apartments quicker so that we can host other people. So it's possible. So we can host a lot of people if we wanted to. We just have to do it the right way and the right mindset and from the heart, like you said. Yeah. All right. Anything you want to add on before we let you go?
If somebody has a question, it's just all about hosting, nothing else. That's why I'm here today. It's all about hosting because it's a God thing and God just dropped it in my heart to help. That's it. It's as simple as that. So if you
she's not a DV lottery winner. You know, a lot of people like I think everybody's a DV lottery. She's not even a DV lottery winner, and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna host a DV lottery winners. You know, which is really good.
Yeah, I came here through marriage, so I didn't understand even what Mashalin was doing. I had to go and
dig, and you're like, what is this lottery thing? But I'm so thankful that you decided to do this. And like I tell you, when I started, I didn't know what I was up to or whatever. But now that I have all these people around me, like I feel proud. I'm like, look at all these African people in New York. You know, like it's a proud moment. I'm like, I have a bunch of immigrants in there, my sisters, my brothers, which is really nice. You'll have the same feeling.
Wow. So you kind of creating a community already, huh?
Yeah, it's already a community. I'm like, now I'm not like, friends here, you need okay, are you off on this day? Let's go out. Now I'm like, Rumbi, let's go eat somewhere, let's go out. And then it's just take her and then I'm out there, and it's like my sister, we speak the same, the culture is the same and everything else. We're going over there, we're like, who's eating frog legs? Like we go to a restaurant, they're selling frog legs. I'm like,
do
this, and we can relate. And we can relate. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. I'm gonna bring Rumbi. Thank you so much for being here, Rumbi. Your contribution, I know you've been in the background, but you've been here. So thank you so much. I'm just gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna see if there's any question here that's I can answer that I've not answered before, and then I'll call it a day.
Oh, just to add on this, we have a YouTube channel, and that's the name appearing there for our channel.
Okay, yeah. So Millie and Chris, that's they can just Google that, right? No, like search it on YouTube, correct?
Yeah, that's our YouTube channel, just in case you wanna know who we are.
And I'm gonna put a link on this video, like on this live. I'll put a link at the bottom. If you've not subscribed to this channel and you're watching me, seriously, dude, come on, please subscribe to my channel. And the other two, you please subscribe. So when you win the DV lottery, at least like, okay, she'll remind me that the results are out. That's the good thing. And make sure you turn the notification on, so when you are up, right? Or when we're doing a live, at least you'll be notified. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us, Charlene. And Rumbi, congratulations. I know I'll meet you one day.
Yeah, you'll meet. I'll bring you here one time. I'll bring everybody. We'll do a huge bash.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
So we'll get together sometime. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
Okay, you too. All right. So let me take a few questions. Let me see what questions you have really quick. Let me see. Oh, Millie can make a good preacher. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. She's very religious, so that's a good thing. Millie, you have a calling right there. Okay, let's see. So Brenda is asking, can you help find a host who can take a family? It's so hard because life in America is expensive. That's for one. So if I bring somebody like, a husband, wife, and you have 3 children, 2 children, that's a huge financial burden that I don't want to give somebody, So you can just come as a couple, just come, work hard and bring your kids, because you give birth to those